who cares that you're banned? Why don't you just post on a different platform? Like, once again, YouTube is a monopoly. YouTube has existed for over 20 years. In this 20-year period, no meaningful competition has risen up. I mean, that's like a systematic problem. Obviously, when it comes to online video hosting, YouTube and online video hosting really has the worst of all worlds. The cost of bandwidth is just exorbitantly high. The cost of video hosting is exorbitantly high. So if you even want to enter the race, you have to have like $1 billion backing your ass. Otherwise, you're good luck. And so this YouTube monopoly basically means any other competitors have virtually zero audience. So in this section, I'm just gonna go over all the YouTube competitors and we'll see why I would not ever be able to post on there. So first of all, obviously there exists Rumble. And you know, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about polls anymore because YouTube banned me for talking about polls. Pew Research had a very interesting poll or whatever the fuck study in 2022, and Rumble, which is like one of the biggest YouTube competitors, has such a tiny market share. Like only 20% of US adults have even heard of Rumble, and only 2% regularly get news from there. And of that 2%, almost all of them are conservative Republicans, right-wing dogshit chuds. A fifth of the creators on Rumble have been banned or demonetized on other platforms, so it makes sense that a lot of chuds are on there. And here is the breakdown. Only 2% of people regularly use it for news, and a majority of its audience are zillennials or boomers. And I'm so sorry, guys, if you watch any of my content, you know, no offense to people who are zillennials or boomers or whatever the fuck, you know, that's not my target audience. You know, I do not joke about hating my wife, but you know, I fear boomers are not my target audience. So this is another competitor to YouTube is Vimeo. So one, Vimeo is honestly more for like professional filmmakers and shit. They don't really have good monetization options. Really, it's just like about selling or renting videos. But I don't know if y'all have followed the news. Vimeo, they were fucking acquired by some company called Bending Spoons. All of their video staff has been zucked. Like, it's gone. All of Vimeo's staff has been laid off. Like, it's kind of going down the drain with Vimeo. Using Vimeo as like an alternative to YouTube just is not really possible anymore. And like, once again, they're doing the fucking AI push on Vimeo too. We're trying to make AI more useful to the creator and the viewer. Like, okay, brother. So rest in peace, Vimeo, or whatever. You know, that's never gonna happen as a real competitor to YouTube. And then Nebula. You know, people this is so funny to me, but people were like, why not post on Nebula? I was quote unquote banned for posting about polls related to H group. You know, like Nebula are a bunch of liberal Zionists. Second thought, JT is here in the corner here because they banned JT for like making statements that were quote unquote too radical about Palestine. And the thing is with JT as well, right? JT was like buddy with like some of the co-founders of Nebula. This guy had clout on the platform, and because he decided to make a few statements in support of the Palestinian resistance, bro got zucked. Nebula is not gonna ever fucking welcome my ass. It's more for like the fucking bread tube slop channels where they post about here's why Labubus are an example of why capitalism is bad or why consumerism is bad. Like, I'm so sorry. They're never gonna fucking have me on. Let's be so fucking real here, guys. And even if they did, I would never want to be on that fucking liberal Zionist platform. So some random commenters were saying, you know, why not tanky.tube? Why not tankytube? It uses like the PeerTube protocol, which is like more decentralized. It's like more of a decentralized video hosting platform. There's really like, there's no ads, there's no form of monetization, and there's barely any users. I think it's a good place for archiving videos. And, you know, I don't mind people archiving my videos on there, but like in terms of full-time content production, like that's just not feasible. And I think I have some of the stats saved from earlier. This is the tankytube stats I was able to find on their about page. They only have 1,000 users. In total, they have 300,000 views, which is like less than the views of my anti-Zionist video. And so, you know, I don't mind people archiving my shit on there or archiving it on like Google Drive or web archive or whatever. But I mean, like TankyTube is just more of an archiving platform than it is a video hosting platform, right? And then, you know, a lot of people I saw in chat as well, people were like, what about Means TV? And honestly, maybe. I don't know. I have not looked into Means TV all that much, so maybe. And then people are like, why not just post videos on Patreon? And the problem with Patreon is obviously there's no ad revenue. You can't really grow an audience. There's not really an algorithm on Patreon. And for me, at least, Patreon donations aren't enough to survive off of yet. And also, like, once again, the growth possibilities would be so limited on Patreon. because it's not like YouTube where an algorithm promotes your shit. So like the fundamental problem with my channel, right, is like it just takes so much fucking time. Every video you see on the main channel is like hundreds of hours long. Each stage of production is so labor intensive in terms of like pre-production. I have to like read books and articles and write a sourced comedic script. In terms of like actually making the video, I obviously have to animate that shit. Like I do spend the time to fucking lip sync my shit. And then obviously in post-production, y'all have seen like the smash edits and all the other shit. You know, those segments require a lot of time to edit. The humor of my channel very much is saturated in YouTube. A lot of my humor is YouTube humor. It really cannot exist on any other platform. And so for me, you know, I can't really upload on any other platform. The genre I work in is very YouTube oriented. It's just not possible. If the ban had gone through, like that would be it. Like I cannot see it working on any other platform. It just would not work.